Heavenly Father, I come before you today with a heart heavy, not just with the usual cares of this life, but with a profound ache that has settled deep within my soul. It's a weariness that goes beyond physical exhaustion, a shadow that dims even the brightest moments, a silence that muffles the joyful sounds of the world. Lord, it feels as though the very colors have been leached from my existence, leaving behind a landscape of muted grays and somber blues. This isn't a fleeting sadness, a passing disappointment, but a persistent, gnawing emptiness that has become a constant companion. It whispers doubts in my ear, magnifies my flaws, and convinces me that perhaps this is all there is, this lingering gloom, this sense of being adrift without anchor or purpose. I know, Lord, that you are the God of all comfort, the healer of the brokenhearted, the light that dispels all darkness. Yet, in these moments, it is so difficult to feel your presence, to grasp the truth of your promises. The weight of this sorrow presses down, making it hard to breathe, hard to hope, hard to even lift my head in prayer. It's like being caught in a relentless storm, where the waves of despair crash over me, threatening to pull me under. I see others moving through their days with a seemingly effortless grace, their laughter echoing with a lightness I can no longer access. And in my isolation, the enemy of my soul finds fertile ground to sow seeds of worthlessness and futility. He tells me I am alone, forgotten, and that my struggles are a testament to my own inadequacy. This isn't a cry for a superficial fix, Lord, not for a quick dismissal of the pain. It is a plea from the deepest part of me, a desperate reaching out for your hand in the midst of this profound darkness. I am tired of fighting this battle by myself, of pretending to be okay when the truth is, I am deeply hurting. The simple joys that once sustained me now seem distant, unreachable, like stars obscured by thick clouds. My capacity for love, for joy, for even basic engagement with life feels diminished, as if a vital part of me has been dulled or extinguished. It's a bewildering state, Father, to feel so disconnected from myself, from others, and most acutely from you. I acknowledge, with humility and a deep sense of my own frailty, that this is not the life you intended for me. You have promised abundant life, a life filled with purpose and peace. But here I am, struggling to find even a flicker of that promise. The world can feel overwhelming, its demands too great, its beauty too muted. My own thoughts can become a labyrinth, leading me in circles of anxiety and self-recrimination. It is in these moments of profound weakness that I must turn to you, the source of all strength, the wellspring of all hope. I confess that I have tried to carry this burden alone, to find my own solutions, to summon my own resilience, but it has proven insufficient. My strength has failed, and my spirit is weary. There are days when the simple act of rising from my bed feels like an insurmountable task, when the thought of facing another day, another series of challenges, fills me with dread. The energy required to navigate even the most mundane aspects of life seems to have been drained away, leaving me hollow and depleted. It is in this desolate landscape that I seek your divine intervention, not to erase the reality of my struggle, but to infuse it with your presence, your power, and your unfailing love. I am not looking for a magic wand, but for the steady, unwavering hand of my Creator to guide me through this valley, to remind me that even in the deepest night, the dawn is inevitable, and that your light is always present, even when I cannot see it. This prayer is an offering, Lord, a raw and honest laying bare of my soul before you. It is an admission that I cannot conquer this alone, that my own resources are depleted, and that my only hope lies in your boundless grace and infinite mercy. I am reaching out across the chasm of my despair, seeking the bridge that only you can build, the light that only you can provide. I trust that you see me, that you understand the depth of this pain, and that you have not abandoned me in this wilderness. My heart cries out for your touch, for the reassurance that I am still seen, still loved, still held in the palm of your hand. I pray that this prayer, born of my deepest need, will find its way to your throne of grace, bringing not just solace, but a tangible infusion of your divine strength and unwavering hope. Father, in this profound season of struggle, I turn to you for the clarity of your wisdom. The path ahead seems shrouded in mist, and my own judgment feels clouded by the very weight of this sorrow. I confess that my ability to discern right from wrong, to see the opportune moment or the potential pitfall, has been significantly impaired. It is as if my spiritual compass is spinning wildly, unable to lock onto the true north of your will. I yearn for the quiet certainty that comes from your guiding voice, the inner knowing that steers me toward your purposes, even when the external circumstances appear daunting or insurmountable. Grant me, I pray, the discernment to understand your word not just intellectually, but in a way that transforms my very being, shaping my thoughts and actions to align with your perfect design. I need the wisdom to navigate the complex relationships that surround me. Too often, my words, born from a place of pain, have caused unintended hurt, creating rifts where connection should be. Help me to speak words that build up, that offer genuine comfort, and that reflect your unfailing love, rather than the bitterness that sometimes threatens to spill over. Teach me to listen with an open heart, to truly hear the unspoken needs and burdens of others, and to respond with compassion, not judgment. Give me the insight to recognize opportunities for service, to see where my hands and heart can be instruments of your healing and restoration in the lives of those you have placed around me. Furthermore, I seek the wisdom to manage the resources you have entrusted to me: my time, my talents, my material possessions. In my current state, it is easy to feel overwhelmed by obligations or to retreat into inactivity. Grant me the foresight to prioritize effectively, to invest my energies where they will yield the greatest spiritual return, and to steward my finances with a generosity that mirrors your own abundant giving. Help me to resist the temptation to hoard or to squander, but instead to be a faithful steward, using everything you have provided for your glory and the advancement of your kingdom. This requires more than just knowledge. It demands a deep-seated understanding that aligns my will with yours. Consider, Lord, how this applies when I encounter difficult decisions concerning my future. The uncertainty can be paralyzing, leading to inaction or to choices made out of fear rather than faith. Infuse me with the wisdom to weigh options prayerfully, to seek counsel from wise and godly individuals, and ultimately, to trust your sovereign plan, even when the outcome is not immediately apparent. Help me to understand that true wisdom is not about controlling the future, but about faithfully walking in your light today, trusting that you will illuminate the path for tomorrow. This requires a profound surrender, a willingness to release my own anxieties and to embrace your perfect peace that surpasses all understanding. Moreover, I implore you for the wisdom to recognize and resist the subtle deceptions that so often accompany deep sadness. The enemy is cunning, twisting truths and presenting falsehoods as realities. Grant me the spiritual acuity to discern his tactics, to distinguish between your gentle promptings and his insidious whispers. Help me to anchor my thoughts in the solid rock of your unchanging word, so that when the winds of doubt and despair blow, I will not be swept away. This discerning spirit is not a passive reception of information, but an active, vigilant engagement with truth, a constant testing of spirits against the infallible standard of your revealed will. It is a wisdom that guards my heart and mind, keeping me tethered to your unfailing presence. Reflecting on this journey thus far, we can perceive how the fragmented pieces of our human experience, when held up to the divine light, begin to form a more coherent, albeit challenging, tapestry. The initial outpouring of adoration, a testament to the unwavering constancy of the Almighty, sets a foundational tone of reverence. This is not merely an intellectual acknowledgement, but a deep-seated recognition of an omnipresent, omnipotent source of being, whose very essence is love. From this vantage point of profound respect and gratitude for the sheer gift of existence, the honest confrontation with our own human frailties and the subsequent plea for clemency and fortitude naturally follows. It is in acknowledging our imperfections, our stumbles, and our moments of profound weakness that we truly open the channels for divine grace to flow, creating a space for transformation and spiritual renewal. As we move through the landscape of our personal struggles, the need for a higher intelligence, a guiding presence that can illuminate our way through the often turbulent waters of life, becomes undeniably clear. This yearning for direction, for the wisdom to navigate the complexities of our daily existence and to make choices that resonate with a higher purpose, is a critical juncture in our spiritual unfolding. It is the recognition that our own understanding, however well-intentioned, is often limited, and that true clarity can only be found in alignment with a divine perspective. This pursuit of insight is not a passive wish but an active seeking, a deliberate turning towards the source of all truth, enabling us to discern the right path amidst the prevailing uncertainties. It is through this lens of seeking and receiving divine guidance that we can more fully appreciate the profound need for a protective shield against the inevitable adversities that life presents. The understanding that we are not meant to face the storms of this world alone, but rather to be enveloped in a divine fortress of safety and security, offers a powerful counterpoint to the anxieties that often plague us. This reliance on an unwavering defense, a spiritual bulwark against the forces that seek to undermine our well-being, transforms the experience of vulnerability into one of profound trust and resilience. It is the assurance that even when the world feels chaotic and threatening, there is a sanctuary of peace available to those who turn to the Almighty. This convergence of adoration, confession, the pursuit of wisdom, and the embrace of divine protection creates a powerful synergy, leading us to a place of renewed gratitude and a deepening commitment to live a life that honors the divine source of all these blessings. It is in recognizing the interconnectedness of these spiritual disciplines, how each one informs and strengthens the others, that we begin to grasp the holistic nature of our relationship with the Creator. The journey from acknowledging His majesty to seeking His guidance, and from confessing our weaknesses to trusting in His protection, culminates in a profound appreciation for His enduring faithfulness and the transformative power of His love. This cumulative effect fosters an anticipation for a final affirmation, a moment where all these threads are woven into a conclusive expression of unwavering faith and purposeful living, preparing us for the ultimate embrace of His perfect plan and the active participation within it. And so, as we stand at this juncture, the profound realization dawns that this journey of faith, marked by adoration and confession, by the earnest seeking of wisdom and the steadfast reliance on divine protection, is not a mere series of isolated moments, but a continuous, interwoven tapestry of relationship. The weariness that once threatened to engulf us is now met with a burgeoning understanding, not of an absence of struggle, but of an ever-present, unwavering strength found in the very act of turning towards the divine. It is in the quiet surrender of our own limited capacity that we discover the boundless power of God's presence, a presence that doesn't negate the storms but walks with us through them, transforming the landscape of our despair into a testament to His enduring grace. The echoes of our heartfelt pleas for guidance are not lost. They resonate within the very fabric of our being, shaping our perception and empowering us to navigate the complexities of life with a newfound clarity. This clarity isn't a sudden cessation of all challenges, but a profound inner peace that allows us to face them with courage, armed with the wisdom that transcends human understanding. We realize that true strength isn't found in the absence of hardship, but in the unwavering assurance that we are never alone, that a divine fortress surrounds us, safeguarding our spirits against the insidious whispers of doubt and despair. This protective embrace transforms vulnerability into a powerful declaration of trust, a surrender to a love that is both fierce and tender. Therefore, the gratitude that wells up within us is not merely for the absence of pain, but for the profound transformation that pain has wrought. It is a gratitude for the resilience discovered, for the deeper connection forged in the crucible of trial, and for the enduring hope that springs eternal from the very source of life. This renewed faith is not a passive belief but an active engagement, a commitment to live out the truths we have come to embrace, allowing His light to shine through us, touching the lives of those around us. The true practice begins now, not in seeking an end to all difficulties, but in living each moment with a profound awareness of His constant companionship, His guiding hand, and His unyielding love. The journey continues, not towards an imagined perfection, but towards a deeper, more intimate communion with the One who holds all things, forever guiding us towards His perfect, eternal plan.